allow the police.
But if the police is affected, first of all, it's a lawful demonstration. They complied with due process.
Yes.
So the police was fully aware. That's how come the police was there.
Yes.
And then the police is affected. So the police went there as a central unit, one unit.
Yes.
And then they effected arrest of a number of persons.
Yes.
The police has been dealing with the leadership of the demonstrators. They know them. They have their contacts, their details.
Yes.
The police has affected the arrest of a certain number of people.
Yes.
Obviously, the police must be able to account for these people. So if the leadership of the protesters come to the police and they demand to know or they request for the details, list of those who have been arrested and where they have been detained, this should be information that the police must give out.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Article 14 says that.
Yes.
Now, Article 14 says the persons have a right to such and such and such.
Yes.
One, you tell them the reason for the arrest in a language they understand. They have a right to call their lawyer and all that. So the right is to the person,
Yes.
not to the group.
Yes.
So
No, I'm just saying, I just brought in a group because the event was organized by the group. The group had a leadership that met with the police. If anything goes wrong, the police has been communicating with the leadership of the group, not individuals. So yes, individuals have been arrested. They'll be dealt with as individuals.
Exactly.
But obviously, there is a group which has a leadership, which has been engaging with the police. The police invites them to meetings. They know them.
Yes.
Yes, they know them and they know that these people represent this group. So that even if something were to go wrong and they are unable to identify individuals, they would easily go for the leaders of the demonstration. So my point is that
they will probably engage the leaders, but
Yes.
you cannot arrest the leaders.
yes, so my point is that if these leaders who are known to you, who were those who organized the demonstration and are therefore responsible for a lot of the things with respect to the demonstration, they come and they say that, well, we are aware that you've arrested some of our people. Can you give us the details of these people, who the person is, where they are being held? Is this too much to ask?
No, it's not too much to ask. What was the police response when the police gave?
They claim. The
police came out
Yes.
with a statement.
Yes.
What was embodied in that statement? That's official.
Or that they've arrested some people and they were still looking for some others for engaging in some illegal acts. Yes.
So I think that is a formal response from the police.
Yes.
The organizers are claiming that is what happened. I'll look at both statements and decide. But as I said, the person who has been arrested has constitutional rights. Those rights cannot be infringed upon. Now, the Constitution says that they have 48 hours to keep them and do their investigation. And after that, either release them or go to court for the court to now give an order for them to be remanded. From the time they were arrested till when they were going to court, I don't think they breached that, because I understand they go to court today.
Yes.
That they will go there without legal representation is another issue, because the persons must be given access to their lawyers of their own choice.
But obviously, in court today, the lawyers will be there. Obviously.
Yes.
Yes.
So
but proud to they
yeah, but that would be administrative, isn't it? Because
no, you are the lawyer. You go to visit clients and all that.
Yeah.
What's the procedure?
Assuming
that your client.
Yeah, but then you are coming to me as a police officer.
No, I'm
right?
saying, assuming
no,
your
wait.
client, yes.
You're coming to me as a police officer, right? And asking me that I understand my people have been arrested. I should be able to tell you what his name is to begin with.
And where he's being held.
No, where he's been, I don't know, but I understand he's been brought to your police station. You are the police commander. I should be able to tell you that this person and that person is with you. All right. If that does not happen, then the person's response will be, I don't know about that.
So are you suggesting that there's a demonstration? The police is aware of the demonstration.
Yes.
The police deploys a team to ensure that everything goes well.
Yes.
In the course of a demonstration, some things don't go well. The police effects arrests.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the leadership of the group that has been engaging with the police all this while goes to the police to say that we are aware that you have arrested a number of our people. Would you be kind enough to furnish us with the details so who the person is and where they are being held. What's the big deal about that?
I'm not saying there's a big deal.
Shouldn't the police?
It makes it easier when I'm going to the police station to say that this person, this is the name, has been arrested by you. He's my client. I'm his lawyer.
Yes.
That's how you commence it.
Yes.
But if I'm going to say general, I go to several places, we understand how people have been brought here. It makes it administratively not smooth. That's all I'm saying. Now, I think, and again, I'm going to say this. I think on a show like this, have you engaged the police high command for them to explain some of these things? Because otherwise, then I cannot be speaking on their behalf, but just hazarding some guesses as to this and that, which may not be the accurate picture. Sure. You see. Right. But from what I know, as I said, the person who has been arrested must be offered this and this and that. You see. I know that it's a police tactic to break the front by separating people. We call them the prisoner's dilemma, isn't it? And all that. So I know it may be a prisoner's tactic to break the front, because did you see the person who was, I think he was taking his mother, rushed his mother to the hospital or something about his mother at 37, and he got angry and came out to say that, why are they not spreading this demonstration to the other regions, but now blocking this road? So the person was even for the demonstration. The fact that it must go to the regions. But this thing they are doing, does it make sense? You could ask, does it make sense? Does it make sense? The person who has twigs engaged in a bit of a banter, and then he moved away when Oliver came to tell him to calm down, and then he walked away, and he rushed away from that scene. That person, what he said, is so bad. Animals are dying, so if your mother dies, what about it? I have to listen to it again to see whether that's actually what he said. But it is just the heat of the moment. You have this sense of invincibility, and I have to push you to do what I'm saying, what I have to do. The police has to calm them down. All right. I am saying that for most of these people that have been arrested, they will probably just be released or something. You see. But it has to calm this hyper sense of, we are demonstrating down. So if in separating them we achieve that, I don't blame the police. The person must be offered these rights. If there's a breach of that, then of course, then the police have not done well. And as I'm saying, the fact that they allowed Oliver to take the key and walk away in front of them, this one says, arrest him. The police do the arrest. Why you not saying someone? I see the person was running away, and then you go and stand by one and say, and the guy is just a few feet away from you. Arrest him. No. If you wanted to arrest him, you would have arrested him.
Right.
But Randy, I think that to some extent, I think that it was not a bad strategy for the police not to instantly arrest Oliver.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think it was
Oliver, well, maybe the rest, yes.
Oliver, based on his conduct, he should have been arrested at that point, like you rightly said. But, it was quite dramatic to see the police, push each other to do the arrest. But I also think that arresting him there could have, escalated the situation, because he is the main convener. And having him being picked up in the presence of some of his supporters, you never know how they would have responded to that arrest. So I am not very quick to condemn the police for not immediately arresting him, even though I criticize and condemn the act that he engaged in, and not the demonstration.
So it could have been tactical.
It could have been tactical. I continue to insist that the demonstration was a good one. Those who participated actually deserve commendation for participating, but we need to take away the excesses that have the potential to take away the beauty of such a very good demonstration on good causes, because the causes that they are demonstrating on are relevant to all of us. And so I commend those who took part, but I just will urge that subsequent demonstrations, we should resist the temptation to engage in some of these excesses. And when it comes to what the police have also done by way of putting the suspects in different cells and not giving the information to the lawyers, I am worried about that, especially because of a documentary I watched some time ago about Locked Up and Forgotten. I think that was the title of the documentary, where you have, you know, suspects that are in prison and forgotten of. People just, they put them in cells and they don't have lawyers coming for them, and, you know, they never really get any representation, and they are moved from cell to cell, and in some cases they even forget why they picked them up in the first place. And you have had people being picked up during some of this what do you call it, mass arrest. Maybe they go to Circle after an event and they arrest people. Somebody may have just been passing by and the person gets arrested. And so if you do not, as an institution, present the names of the people you have arrested to the lawyers and identify them and indicate the cells that they are in the end, don't be surprised that some of them may not be brought to court today and they'll be forgotten. And that is why I think that,
but that is,
it has happened before.
It
has happened before. That is why I'm saying that it is irresponsible on the part of the police not to have presented the list of the arrests they have made to the lawyers, so that the lawyers will be able to tell if these people are really part of their demonstration. Yeah, that is how they are even able to make their case in court, so that you know if you arrested some bypassers, people who are just walking by, and then you let them go without any need for a lawyer to bail them or something. But if you don't let them know, you may have just arrested innocent people who are not even part of the demonstration, and because the organizers don't know about them, they will not ask for them. And that is why I think that the police must do everything possible to identify all the people who are arrested and make sure that they are brought to court.
I think this particular one is far-fetched in the sense that the issue about those who were kept in the cells has nothing to do with those who are arrested when there's a demonstration. So you cannot say that during a demonstration people have been arrested and they've been focusing about in the cells. There's no evidence about that. Those who were kept there was an ongoing process that the Supreme Court, the leadership, the Chief Justice, past the Chief Justice George Wood, engaged in constituting freedom for. So what's the name again? They went to the
Justice for
All program,
and then it's still ongoing. You see, and then they discovered some of these lapses where probably the prosecutor, who is the one to go to the police, the prison, to go and bring them, maybe is seconded and he didn't do notes properly for someone to take to note or something like that. But when you have people who are self-aware of their rights enough to come to the streets, how can the person not have a lawyer? That's the point we should note. So, and then it's also dangerous for... Wait.
So you do not think that somebody would have been passing by and got...
Let me land. And then it is dangerous for a lawyer to appear in court acting for someone, so to say, when he has no instructions from the person. You can be disbarred for that. You see. So,
are you suggesting that because from my reading, it appears that this Democracy Hub, they also have a team of lawyers who are responsible for all the law-related issues with respect to their operations.
Exactly.
And it is this group of lawyers who went to the police.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that because it's a crime, a criminal or potentially a criminal matter, the individual is the one that will be charged with the hub.
Yes.
So that individual must have a lawyer of his choice. So as far as coming to court is not at the police house level, because he was saying that it comes to court, they realize this and that. So as far as coming to court is, it will be very dangerous for a lawyer to appear as having represented someone when there's no instruction from the person.
So you see, you're just making my case.
So the person who's going to instruct,
you're just making my
the
case
person
better.
who must instruct the lawyer
has no opportunity to even meet them.
No. The person, before the person is being brought to court, the person must be. In fact, the judge will ask, "Do you have a lawyer?" You see, so it will not be lost out. The person's chance to a legal service will not be lost out when it comes to at the court setting. It will not be lost out.
Should not.
It will not, because he will ask you, do you have a lawyer? The judge, no judge will start even taking a plea when you don't have a lawyer. And as you said, the lawyers are there, they will be in court. So I'm saying that when the person is arrested, as soon as practicable, you must offer the person these three things. Article 14, clause 2 and 3. You must tell him the reason of his arrest. You must tell him that in a language he understands. You must give him his right to lawyer of his choice. In fact, when you are taking his statement, he can refuse to give statement without the presence of his lawyer. You cannot compel him. Do you see? And then also there's a third person who has to sign to say that he did so without any compulsion and whatnot. And so it's too early for us to make conjectures as to this could be and this could be and what if and all that. I'm saying that the police must offer them the constitutional right.